This video I'm going to mask and paint the trim. So I've started masking. I ran out of tape, so I got to run to the hardware. Well, I got a little left, but not enough. But I'll show when I do it. I'll cut this with a razor blade and cut it right on that black. You can see the black through the tape, and I'll make sure the tape is stuck down in the corner here before, on the edges before I spray it, so I don't get bleed through, because that can make a mess to clean up. Usually you just have to wipe it all down, retape it, and start over. So that is today's project. I also got the jacking instruction sheet, and it shows how to put the jack and stuff, and it shows the bar on top of this. It shows this in the up position, so everything's in there, and the 3/8 clearance, 1-inch clearance, it's all in there. And it also shows these little dimples in the bumper for where you put the jack. I doubt I'll ever use this jack on the car. I'll probably put a little hydraulic bottle jack in the car. I have one in the trunk of the Bel Air. You can put it under the axle housing or the control arm, but the dimples are right. This is the rear bumper where that thing would go, and needless to say, that's never going to touch this bumper as long as I own the car. And I'll get a little of the underneath as long as I'm down here. And that's where it would catch on the front bumper and go on here. But again, I can't imagine that thing would be too friendly to the bumper, and bumper jacks are really not, that safe. So a little bottle jack, some blocks, if I ever need to change the tire. So I just thought, I'd just show that, and there you go, some more of the underneath of the car. Yeah, it's just time consuming. Alright, I got 3 more to cut on this one, and then the 4 on the other panel. 1 down, 1 to go. Thin coat first. That seals the tape from the paint from bleeding under the tape. Let that dry a couple minutes, and I'll come back and hit it again. Coat number 2, a little heavier. Alright, I'll let that dry about 15 or 20 minutes, and we'll throw a final coat on it. This will be the final coat. That is it. They're painted. They came out really nice. There's adhesive on them from the masking tape, like right there. A few places along in there. This piece of trim was sitting out in the hot sun, and I brought it in and started detaping it. So yeah, that's why the adhesive. I mean, I can rub it off, most of it, with my finger, but it's still tomorrow I'll let the paint dry overnight, and then I'll go around and clean all the adhesive off. A lot of adhesive there. This piece isn't too bad. This one sat in the garage for a while and cooled down. There's a little adhesive, a couple little spots, but for the most part it looks good. So tomorrow we'll clean the adhesive off, and if it's a nice day this weekend, if we get a nice day, I'll paint them up. You can see some adhesive right there too, but again, I'll clean that up. after the paint's dried up good. They look 1,000 times better than they did. Today's another day. I thought I would start putting the trim on and maybe the wheelhouse moldings on. And before I started, I got new clips for the trim. And true to reproduction stuff, they're not exactly the same. This one is taller than this one. So I'm going to try this in a molding before I rivet all these on, then have to drill them off to see. Actually, that goes that way, but it doesn't matter. It's still the same. You can see the difference. So we'll see what whether it works or not. If it doesn't, well, I think I broke 2 of these, so we'll just have to dig around and see if I can find something if the repops don't work. Yeah, it's just not very good luck with repops on this car here. With that one they're not as bad, but with this one they're extremely poor. Playing with these new clips, so the old ones look like they'll snap in pretty easily, and the new ones I've been trying to, and I fear if I snap it in I'm going to bend the molding. So once these are riveted to the car, they're going to be pretty rigid. I decided to give the new clips a try on both sides. I can always drill the rivets out and put the old ones on if these ones don't work. So we're going to give them a try. I got to make a clip for here, and I got the one for the one side, but the little piece of plastic is broken off, but it'll work. I'll just put a little caulk or some dum-dum or something like that on this side to hold it in place while I put it on. And I had to make a couple other little fasteners because the ones that were originally here are just beyond use. They go in the rear. I got to drill a hole on the driver's side because that was where I had to replace some of the sheet metal, but that's where it goes in, and then a screw goes through the trim into there, and then it's screwed here with the wheelhouse molding. I need to get it outside to get a good overall, you know, down the side and stuff, but this gives you a pretty good view. This was the molding that was smashed, so I think that looks pretty darn good. There's one little dent I missed right there, very, very minor, but where it was badly smashed was from there to there. So yeah, came out nice. I'm happy with it. The wheel wall trim looks stellar on there. Totally happy. The rear is anodized aluminum that's been stripped to the bare aluminum and polished, and the front is stainless steel off of 65. They look super nice. Yeah, I bent the tabs out on the hubcap and put it back on. I need to get the car out of the garage, get some good video of it, like assembled, you know, with the trim on it, so on the lower end. So I think I'll take it out, we'll go for a ride and get a little video of the trim out. There we go, new trim installed. This is the side that was smashed. Yeah, it looks pretty darn good. Here we are back at the house. Just kind of took it for a little ride around the neighborhood, some of the neighborhood streets, and just around a little bit just to kind of give it a little warm up. You know, I just don't like back it out, and there isn't enough room to really walk around it here, so I went to one of the little parking areas along one of the little parks in our local community. But anyway, that's enough of that. If you liked the video and like what you saw with the moldings and whatnot, hit the like button. If you want to see this car finished up, a new top on it, all that good stuff, you know, looking amazing, subscribe to my channel by hitting that 348 engine icon. And thank you for watching my videos.